Hello, pipe community. What's going on? You all saw the title and the thumbnail, so you know why you're here. Today, we're doing HU Tobacco Balkan Passion in a pipe that needs no introduction, but I'll do it anyway. Missouri Meerschaum Shire Cobbett. Non-filtered, mudded bottom, the standard fare. So, another fantastic offering from HU Tobacco. According to Tobacco Reviews, the components are Virginia, just Virginia, doesn't designate bright red, although if I had to wager a guess based on what I see in the cut, I would say it's just bright Virginias. You've got Oriental and Turkish, Greece and Turkish Orientals, I should say. And of course, Latakia. And here's where it gets interesting. Tobacco Reviews says there's Perique in it. However, when you look on the tins of the HU tobacco blends, they show you the components that are in that blend, and usually the higher of the quantity component that's in it, the lettering of that component will be written bigger and bolder, and as the components get less in quantity, it becomes smaller and not as bold. And on the tin, doesn't mention Perique at all. I don't taste it. I don't get it on the retro hail. Well, it doesn't mean it's not good, because this is a fantastic Balkan blend, and I'm going to explain why I think it's a fantastic Balkan blend. If you want to maximize your flavor, you got to maximize your airflow. So pack lighter, not tighter. So this is now, again, either my second or third bowl of this stuff since I received it. Or opened it, I should say. And I want to say that when I did that tin opening video, my sniffer wasn't working so great. Apologies if you're hearing wind. It is a little breezy out here. I did a test run earlier. It wasn't too bad, so hopefully that doesn't affect the quality of the video that much. Anyway, my sniffer wasn't working that great when I did the tin opening. But it was definitely working a little bit better today. And I'm going to be honest with you, when I opened up the jar and I stuck my nose in there and I took a whiff, the first blend that came to mind that I feel this is similar to is the original Balkan Sobrani original smoking mixture. To me, the smell out of the jar or the tin is a dead ringer for Balkan Sobrani. If I was to compare it to another similar blend in terms of tin note, I would actually say something like aged early morning pipe. Like a good quality, medium to almost full, fine English blend is kind of what you get on the tin note. So it's basically got the same components as Mara, right? The typical stuff. Virginias, Orientals, Latakia may or may not have Perique. I'm thinking this blend doesn't have it, regardless of what Tobacco Review says, but I could be wrong. But a caveat to that is when you go to Tobacco Reviews and you look at the picture, they've got one of the older tins of HU tobacco. It's what's considered an original warehouse blend, but the picture on there is either older or newer tin art, but I think it's probably older tin art that's in the picture on Tobacco Reviews. So maybe at one point it had Perique, maybe now it doesn't. Maybe it'll just be a mystery. However, this is not as sweet as the Asmara. Definitely not, because this doesn't have the red Virginias in it like the Asmara did, which was good because it gave it like that bready sweetness, like that bakery bread sweetness to the Virginias in the Asmara. You don't get that with this. With this, you get a flavor profile that is also very similar to Balkan Sobrani. So it's a little less sweet. And the Latakia is a little more forward. I think the last blend only had like 15% Latakia in it. It's probably a little bit more than that in this one. Not a lot, but I think there's definitely a little bit more. Maybe 20 to 25% Latakia, somewhere in that area. You definitely smell it more in the tin note, and you definitely taste it more in the flavor profile. Very smooth. No bite whatsoever. If you like Balkan Sobrani, you're gonna like this. I'm definitely gonna get a few more tins of this to put in the cellar, I'll tell you that right now. And just about as soon as I can order it, I'm gonna do it. If I don't get stupid and throw something else in the cart beforehand. It does happen from time to time. If you've never had Balkan Sobrani, but you've had Early Morning Pipe, or even what's the other one I did a review of not too long ago? Chariton makes it, First Bowl. That's similar to Early Morning Pipe. Those blends are close to this. It's just that these blends are more oriental forward and a little less sweetness on the Virginia. This is fantastic stuff. It's going to be a little cooler here this week. I think we're only going to be in the 60s, low to mid 60s. I'm okay with that. There's not a lot else I can say about this HU tobacco blend, Balkan Passion, because they're just my opinions, and it's all subjective. Just trying to give you my thoughts and impressions on it, because like I said, when I first took a whiff out of that jar, I was like, man, instantly to mind came Balkan Sobrani. So I went to my cellar, and lo and behold, I'm all out of Balkan Sobrani in terms of open tins being in a jar. And here come the planes. If it's not a plane, it's a motorcycle. If it's not a motorcycle, it's a hot rod. Apologies, folks. H2O. Let's launch it. So I couldn't compare the tin note to an open tin of Balkan Sobrani. But I've had a decent amount of Balkan Sobrani, so I'm pretty familiar with it. Now you might go out and get this and disagree with everything I'm saying, because subjectivism, right? But in my opinion, excellent blend. Very smooth. A little sweet. The Oriental is forward. There's just enough Lataki there to make it a little smoky to balance out the sweetness in the Orientals. It's not heavy, but it is slightly creamy, I would say. So if that sounds intriguing to you, you might want to try and pick some up if you can. I'm going to finish this, get started with the rest of the day, what I got going on. Until next time, be good.